Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, which is the true names of the Heavenly Father and of the Son, who the world calls Jesus Christ, who is a so-called black man. Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Barakatham, to all the Akim out there that's pushing this truth and sincerity. Why Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Barakatham, to all the elders out there who labor in the truth to tell us the truth. This is from RT News, RT.com. U.S. stocks crash as Fed action fails to calm market panic. And just recently, the Dow dropped, and then it went back up, and then here it is, it drops again. Which America is just totally unstable right now. And what causes the Dow to drop? What causes the stock market to crash? Panicking investors. Okay, that's what causes it. Which the word panic is just a perfect, or the definition of panic just so perfect. Sudden mass terror. And what's the sudden mass terror? This Conoravirus fear that's going on around the world. People is afraid of this. The news is putting fear into you people's minds. So with that being said, the investors, they're afraid and investing their money. Cause who knows, some stuff might go bankrupt. All right, like right now, if I was an investor, I wouldn't invest my money into Macy's. Cause if you've been in Macy's lately, Macy's is going down. All these stores are closing down. So why would they want to invest their money in stores that are closing down? So these people are just in a panic attack right now. Right? But it says trading on Wall Street was halted on Monday after stocks had plunged immediately after the opening bell, despite the promise by the U.S. Federal Reserve to provide more stimulus. The sell-off continued after trading resumed. At one point, the S&P 500 and the Dow crashed more than 10% due to a wave of panic selling. You see, due to a wave of panic selling. These people are afraid to sell right now because of all the stuff that's happening, the fear that is going on in the world. The NASDAQ composite, comprising the biggest U.S. tech companies, slid more than 7%. The sharp stock market fall triggered the so-called circuit breaker trading halt, which lasted for 15 minutes. After the resumption of trade, the sell-off continued. Bank stocks are among the biggest losers, with J.P. Morgan and Morgan Stanley down at least 17%. Airline stocks are also crashing amid forecasts that many will be bankrupt by May. Man, I gotta pull the scripture right now, because the Most High is just doing his thing right now. Egypt is in total mourning right now. Let's go to the book of 2nd Ezra, 15th chapter. So this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15. And I'm starting verse 10. Oh man, this is right on point. He says, "Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt." Right. And the Most High is preparing us to get out of Egypt. Just like in the days of old, when the Most High sent Moses to free us. Same thing today. The Most High sent his men of the Lord out there in the highways and byways to free the Israelites. Verse 11, "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before." When was that? When was the before that the Most High is talking about? Ancient Egypt. Read it again. "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues." And that's what the Lord is doing. Smiting Egypt with plagues, which America is the modern day Egypt. Why do you think all this chaos is happening right now? And it's only going to get worse. Personally, I believe this is just a test run. But, hey, after this, it's going to be something bigger, something badder. Right? It says, "and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. Right, Egypt shall mourn. Egypt is in total mourning right now. Everybody's moaning and groaning. Investors is crying and sighing. Everybody's just in total mourning. The streets are dead. Everything is closed down. And I felt let's go into the word mourn, right? That's why it's imperative to know these prophecies, man. Paul said to do what? Covet to prophesy. Man, this dumb internet is slow. Satan would do his thing. Salakia. This internet. Or whatever the hell is going on. It's acting retarded. Alright. Let's go into the word for mourn. Mourn. To feel or express sorrow. Grief. Be anxious about. What is everybody anxious about? What is everybody sorrowful about? This so-called Conoravirus. Everybody is moaning and groaning and just bitching, man. But us, we ain't, man, we're just carrying on our day-to-day life, serving the Most High, doing what we do. That's exactly why the scripture says what? Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. Because while everybody else is bugging out and freaking out over this stuff, we're just sitting back doing what we do. Serving the Most High in truth and sincerity. Let's read this again. 2 Ezra 15 and 11. So, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, and will destroy all the land thereof. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. And these Egyptians is mourning. You so-called white people, even our people, so-called blacks and Hispanics, Native and some of the Indians, you will be considered as an Egyptian because you don't call yourself an Israelite. Y'all are Babylonians, Egyptians, Greeks, because y'all not serving the Most High, so you're suffering this as well. Buying out all the toilet paper. Hey, a brother from Philly. The brother they called it Camp Trumpet in Philly. Hazamak. He was in the store, and he's recording everything. And everything is just gone. Water gone. Hey, but the fruits and veggies is still there. And you know that's our people. So everything is just taking a big hit, right? It says bank stocks are among the biggest losers, with JP Morgan and Morgan Stanley down at least 17%. Airline stocks are also crashing amid forecasts that many will be bankrupt by May. See, that's why these sellers or investors are not investing in the stock market. Because look at this, that many will be bankrupt by May. Because if they do that, they lose all their money. They're going to take a big hit. Their pockets is going to take a big hit. So that's why they're not investing. Is the news of this Wall Street crash has driven European shares down further, with the London FTSE 100 index falling 8.4% of 4,904.60 points. Its lowest since October 11th. Right? But it says, skipping down, it says, in response to the effects of the coronavirus on the global economy, the U.S. Federal Reserve announced on Sunday that it plans to cut rates to zero and launch a massive $700 billion quantitative easing program to add liquidity to the markets. But this isn't on that. Oh, let's read this part. However, the Fed's move failed to calm investor panic on Monday. Beautiful. So now let's just go into the scriptures. This is Isaiah 47. I'm going to start at verse 1, but I'm going to jump around too. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, which the dust symbolizes a low estate. When you read in Genesis, the 2nd chapter, where it says Adam was taken from the dust of the ground, meaning Adam was taken from a low estate to a high estate. Right? But it says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. And who's the virgin daughter of Babylon? I'm talking about America. Sit on the ground. See, sit on the ground. Where's the ground? The lowest state. And I feel less curious to see what the blue letter says. Aratazah in Hebrew. Let's see, earth, ground, wilderness. Keep going. It says, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Right. Shall be no more called tender and delicate. Let's see. Luxurious. Dainty. Right? Because everything is just crashing in this place. Everything is just crashing in this place. So America is not that way to go. That's why you have other nations on the come up like Russia and China. That's why you have Edomites, so-called proud Americans leaving America. Because this place is done. Right? So let's skip down to verse 7. It says, And thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Therefore, hear now this, thou art given to pleasures. And America is given to pleasures. These people can just go out and do what they gotta do freely. Okay, go shopping, invest in their little stock markets, okay, in a little Bitcoin and whatnot. But everything is dropping. That dwelleth carelessly, right? That dwelleth carelessly, Babylon, and starting from the head, starting from the top all the way down. Y'all are careless, because the scripture says, so is the people. No, as the governor is, so is the people. Let's get that in Sirach, the 10th chapter. This Sirach 10. And this wasn't planned. This wasn't scripted. This is just through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai. Okay? That's how the Most High work. So I'm going to make it a little bigger for you. This is Sirach 10:1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself. See? As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. Right? You got this idiot, Trump, that's in office. Everybody else is an idiot. But guess who aren't? The people that are the brothers and sisters that are sincerely serving Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Okay, that are serving Yahweh. Okay? In truth and sincerity in the name of his son Yahushai. So as the judge, Sirach 10:2, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, right? So as the judge of the people is himself, the ruler, so is officers, because the officers is going to look to him for guidance. Look to him. They're looking to him as his leader, right? So whatever the leader does, they're going to do. And what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. So what type of behavior the ruler of a certain country or organization or city is, whatever behavior he display, all the rest of the people are going to display it, because they look to him as a man in position of leadership, right? So Isaiah 47:8, it says, Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, and America is given to pleasures. You people spend. That dwell carelessly, right? That dwelleth carelessly. You Americans, starting from the top, America as a whole dwelleth carelessly. Have not one care in the world. Just think this place is just going to continue forever, and you're not going to get touched. That's somebody, a person that lives carelessly, that's given to that's given into pleasures. They live a certain lifestyle that they can get touched. They do whatever they want. They say whatever they want. It says that says in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. Yeah, I'm that guy. I'm that person. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. Skip down. Verse 10, it says, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness. You see, America trusts in their wickedness. And now look at you. You're paying for it. Thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. That's America to a T. How does this fit Saudi Arabia? For you dumb niggas that say Saudi Arabia is Babylon. You see, it just doesn't add up. It says, therefore shall evil come upon thee. See? So evil is going to come upon you. Evil is coming upon Babylon and all you Babylonians. Thou shalt not know from whence it arises. Yeah, you don't know where this come from. You like, damn, where the hell all this come from? We were just eating and drinking, being and merry. And now this just came to a halt. And mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. See, like a thief in the night. Now let's go to Isaiah 19, because a lot of people is suffering this. Why? Because a lot of people jobs are closing, so now people are in desperate times and desperate measures. I wouldn't be surprised if people committed suicide over this. Also, people's children are not in school, and they're not going to have anybody to watch their children. So what are these people going to do? But this is Isaiah 19, and pull this back out. Verse 14, it says, Yahweh hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work. Oh, it's a lot, man. This is just crazy how on point the Bible is. Isaiah 19 and 14, the Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. And there's a perverse spirit in the midst of Egypt, man. And they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt. And that's what's going on. There's no work for Egypt right now. People is home right now, not going to work because of this Conoravirus epidemic, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do, that nobody can do, that nobody can work. You see that? Hey, but Lord willing, a few brothers, a few sisters ratified. Till next time I say shalom. And Mawathallah Babal.